Hey family, so we are back for part 3 of why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And when we left off, we was talking about Hadad and how he had stolen this visitor's mantle and cord and was pretending that, the man had never, the man didn't even give it to him. He took it off of the man's donkey and put it in the house. And then he wanted to pretend like that never happened and that it was just a dream that a man was having, and he was interpreting, and he was going to interpret this dream for him. Right? So he horrible, right? Not only are you gonna steal from me, but you gonna try to make me seem like I'm crazy, that you're like, I'm just making up that you're stealing from me. Like I wasn't awake looking at you. You gonna make it seem like I was asleep and imagining things. That's just messed up, okay? And so her dad just kept, trying to convince the man that it was all a dream and that it never happened, and kept giving him this false interpretation of this dream, right? And so the visitor took Hadad to court, right? And so the judge automatically siding with Hadad, was like, yes, he is such a great interpreter. This is what he's known for in the city, for interpreting dreams. And the guy was like, you know what, but he might be known for that, but I was awake. This is what he tell the judge. He's like, no, my lord, but I was awake. Like, I wasn't even asleep. So I know he's lying, and he's a liar, and he has my things, and I want it back. So they just kept arguing so the judge decided to kick him out. But before he decided to kick him out, Hadad had the nerve to try to charge the man for this false interpretation, right? So not only are you going to steal from me, try to make me seem like I'm crazy, then you're going to try to charge me for this fake dream that you're saying that I'm having, right? And then you gonna charge me for the food when I told you I had my own food, and I've been trying to leave your house, but you kept making me stay and eat more food. This man is out of his mind. If anybody ran into somebody like this, they'd be like, this man is crazy. He begged that man to stay. That man had his own food. He only wanted to stay for one night, and he was gonna leave. He begged that man to stay, and he kept giving that man food. That man didn't ask for that food. So you go steal from me. You gonna make me seem like I'm crazy. Then you go turn around and try to charge me for a fake dream that you made up in your head in order to steal from me. And then charge me for food that you kept giving me when I was trying to leave. And so the judge kicked him out. And when people in the streets heard that visitor and her dad arguing, the evil stick together. So they ran the man out of the city, and the man left sad because he didn't get his items back, right? And that just is crazy to me how but people get away with stuff like that. They still getting away with stuff like that today. I'm just saying. So we go get to chapter 19, and it says, and the cities of Sodom had 4 judges to 4 cities, and these were their names: Sirach in the city of Sodom, Sarkad in Gomarrah, Zebnak in Abma, and Menon and Zeboim. And Eliezer, Abraham's servant, applied to them different names, and he converted Sarak to Sakrah, Sarkad to Sakrura. I might be saying that wrong, but you know, I try to figure out how to pronounce it, but I couldn't get none. It's Sakrura. So I'm gonna go with Shakrura. And then it says Zebnak to Kezobim, and Menon to Matzlodin. And by desire of their 4 judges, the people of Sodom and Gomorrah had beds erected in the street of the cities. And if a man came to these places, they laid hold of him and brought him to one of their beds, and by force made him to lie in them. And as he laid down, 3 men would stand at his head, and 3 at his feet, and measure him by the length of the bed. And if the man was less than the bed, these 6 men would stretch him at each end, and when he cried out to them, they would not answer him. That is crazy. You know, when I first read this, I thought they was gonna sexually assault these guys. But I feel like, I don't know, this might be even worse. If they were shorter than the bed, they was stretched them from 6 ends. That means head, both arms, both legs, and it had to be the private, because I'm like, what's the other 6? What would be the 6? But they would stretch him until he cried out, until he died, y'all. These people were crazy. Y'all don't see how crazy these people were? I hope y'all starting to see, like, these people deserve to get what God gave them. They was crazy, right? And it says, if he was longer than the bed, they would draw together the 2 sides of the bed at each end until the man had reached the gates of death. So if he was longer than the bed, they would just stretch him from both ends and rip him apart in the middle until he died. Y'all, that is extreme. Just for being a visitor. These people didn't even do nothing. It's just because they decided to come to their city. These people were crazy and extreme for no reason. And it says, and if he continued to cry out to them, they would answer him saying, thus will it be done to a man that comes to our land. And when men heard all these things that the people of the city of Sodom did, they refrained from coming there. And when a poor man came to their land, they would give him silver and gold and cause a proclamation in the city not to give him a morsel of bread to eat. And if the stranger should remain there some days and die from hunger, not having been able to obtain a morsel of bread, then at his death, all the people of the city would come and take their silver and gold which they had given him. These people are sick. So if somebody was poor, they would give him money, but not food. So you go give him money, and then he can't use the money to buy food because you refuse to give him food. So he would starve to death, and then they would come and take their money back. Oh my goodness. These people are sick. They are sick, y'all. Super sick. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to do like a part 4. One more. It just keep getting worse, y'all. These people are... I hate to say they deserved it, but they deserved it because they are sick, y'all. They are sick. When God destroys evil, he destroys, right? They crazy.